Welcome back. It is week 7 of Picks to Click. I am Jamie Schwartz with Brown Automotive, and I am here with Alex Friedman from the Newsplex. Alex is the brains behind Picks to Click.
Yes.
He is also the sales director of the internet team here at the Newsplex, so Alec handles all of the web graphics and everything web, right?
That's right. I'm the interwebs guy.
It's
just a fad though, so I'll be out of a job soon.
Right, I'm sure. Remember the days of AOL when the little man would
Oh, you've got mail. Yeah.
The dial up. Can you imagine waiting and just dialing up? So interesting.
That's when I threw my computer out the window.
That's it.
Not a patient guy, so.
Okay, well, and you're also the football pro here. You know sort of everything about football, right?
I know everything until it comes to fantasy football, which I have come to terms with that I'm awful at. So.
Well,
it should be
interesting. Players
yeah, picking players, not for me. Picking teams might be better.
All right, well, we'll see how you do. All right, so the first game that we have coming up this week is New England versus the New York Jets. So New England, I have my notes here. Jared Mayo injured, cornerback Aqib Talib injured. So they have a couple of injuries going into this week.
That's right, and 100% on pronunciation there. You nailed both of those.
Aqib Talib. I like the rhyme.
Talib.
Maybe I'll name my child with a rhyme.
How do you
Mort
spell?
Schwartz.
How do you spell Aqib?
I think it's A-Q-I-B. A-Q-U-I-B.
Are there any vowels in there?
You and I, Aqib.
Aqib.
Aqib Talib. But he's injured. I hope he's doing okay. If he's watching, I just want him to know that.
That must have been tough for him growing up. I mean, spelling that name. You know, Mark, I think as a child you can get used to, but Aqib,
right.
Yeah, that had to be tough for him and his teachers.
Right, but I mean, he's a star player.
He is
so
a star
I'm sure
player.
that once you're a star, everyone sort of learns to go with the strange names. But so also the Jets, they've been running the ball more. They've been trying to, instead of passing, they're trying to get away from the turnovers. So I think they're running a little bit more. So they're trying to pull it all together, but maybe a more conservative approach on the Jets side.
Yeah, rookie quarterbacks are always tough. Rookie quarterbacks in the NFL, I don't know that they have a big success rate. Andrew Luck aside last year. So Geno Smith there at quarterback. It's tough to pick with him, and Patriots are the Patriots, and they've got Tom Brady. So.
I agree. That's what I said. All my notes here are just like Tom Brady. Is there anything else that I have to say? I think I'm going to go with New England this week.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
I say it hurts me, but I say Patriots.
I know, and again, I'm from New York. I'd love to say Jets, but I think Tom Brady's going to have it this week.
What is it with New York and teams with nicknames with 4 letters? Jets, Mets, I don't know.
We're
do they struggle with words 5 letters or more?
We do. Yes, okay. We do. We can't really pronounce
short
them.
and simple.
Right. We don't have an attention span that's that long.
Makes
like
sense.
Baltimore way. It's just so long. It's just so right. Anyway, all right. So we're both going with New England.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Next game, Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. So Baltimore Ravens, they won 3 out of the 5 games that they've played. I know in weeks past I've said they were looking a little rough, but I think they're pulling it together.
They are.
I think that eventually if they kept putting in the effort, I think things always work out. I think that Pittsburgh, they're having an iffy season, although they did hold off New York last week.
That's right, and I look at this in terms of food. You have crab cakes versus the Pittsburgher sandwich.
Yeah.
Or some nice Polish food. So. I personally, I have family from the Pittsburgh area, Mount Lebanon. Go Fighting Lebanons. I don't know if that's the name. So for me, Pittsburgh has struggled, but I think I'm gonna go with them. I know
you are.
Your former Picks to Click co-host Cheryl Duncan will be very upset with me going against a Baltimore team, but
right.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh there.
And I'm going to hold down the fort for Cheryl, so I'm going Baltimore. I'm saying Ravens are going to take it this week. I think that they're looking good. I think they're pulling their game together, and for the first time, I'm going Ravens.
First time.
Yeah, first time.
You've never picked the Ravens.
Not in their matchups. They haven't been doing so hot, but this time I'm confident.
Do we have statistics on your picks so far? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I think I'm in second or third.
Second or third.
Check it out. Yeah,
right.
I am. I'm doing good. My picks have been good.
Good.
Well, been watching. I've been cheering them on. You should watch the game with me. I'm so into it. I cheer. I get down. I scream. All the neighbors are all into it too. So doing well.
Lots of noise complaints in your neighborhood.
Right, but everyone's
Sundays.
into it. They know Picks to Click. They're all playing along too. So
there we go.
All right, and the last game we have this week is Chicago versus Washington versus the Redskins. Chicago, they're such a good team. I think that if the Redskins can sort of hold off some big plays from Chicago, I think if they can block Matt Forte and if they can sort of get the ball away from him, because once he gets the ball, I think he's going to be out of the
he is one of the
park.
One of the best running backs in the NFL. Obviously, someone who is not on my fantasy team. I passed him up. So
oh, no.
Smart decisions.
Oh no.
That should be my team's name. Alex's Smart Decisions. 0-6, pushing 0-7.
That's all right. You're going to come back.
Losing that much takes skill. So Washington, the team from Washington, and Chicago. I'm on the Bears bandwagon. Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, a third-year receiver, I think, really coming into his own. Washington is just a mess. They
I agree.
Turn it over a lot. The defense is awful. I know this is Redskins territory, but
you want to root for them. You really want to cheer for them. You want to sort of be behind them, but you can't. Not if you're playing to win.
I got to go with Chicago.
Yeah, me too. I think Chicago as well. Awesome. Well, I think that we have some good picks for this week. You can tune in and you can play along with Alex and I at thenewsplex.com/pigskin, and we will see you back next week.
Fantasy football advice next week.